Hello and welcome to your daily love reading for Friday. Fabulous Friday. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels. And I'm going to bring in 4 decks of cards for this reading today. We're going to connect with the energy around you, your person, your journey. We're going to use the fabulous Dark Mirror Oracle. I'm going to bring in a Lenormand deck and we're going to bring in the Heart to Heart with the Divine Masculine and the Tarot Grand Luxe. So let's see what's going on. And if you would like a personal reading with me, you can reach out to me at guidedbyangelsreadings@gmail.com. So thank you, angels. Straight out for you, the energy around you today. What's the energy around your person? What's the energy around your person today? What's the message that we need to know for them? What their experiences, what they're going through, the guidance for them. What's the energy around the journey itself? There we go, okay. And what's the message for you today? I feel it's that one. I'm going to take them anyway. They're coming out for a reason. I feel like there was a big compass there, like you're being directed. What's the energy around the journey? Thank you, angels. Look at that togetherness, coming together, union, masculine and feminine, hearts entwined. Beautiful. That's a sign of union ahead. That's a sign of you coming back together. Beautiful. What's the energy around you today? And this can cover dark things and things that are being mirrored back to you. What's the energy around them today? What's going on with them today? And what's the energy around the journey? What's the energy around the journey? Thank you, angels. And with the tarot, what's the message for you today? Straight out. What's the energy around them today? Straight out. And what's the energy coming in around the journey today? What do we need to know? What's the energy around the journey? They are giving me a block in the throat being cleared away. So again, blocks being lifted. So let's see what's happening then. So for you, we've got divine timing. Look at this. I need more time. So your person is saying to you, they need more time. But I feel this is to let you know that you need more time too. Because you may feel ready. And I spoke about this not long ago where God has a plan for you. He has a plan for your journey right now in your life. So there may be things you need to achieve first in your life before you come into that union, before you come into the relationship. It may be that you've got a goal in your career or in your finances, or you're working on something else that you need to achieve. This could be connected with your light work, you know, your own mission, the person that you are. You could still be growing. You could still be learning lessons in some way. So you need more time as well. So it just needs a little bit more time. So remember, your journey is inevitable. You're going to be together. You just need a little bit more time. And they give me fear. So you must also release fear around the timing, because this may be your biggest trigger or your biggest challenge. When, how, if it's going to happen. And you must trust in the when. Because you may think, oh, I need it to happen by this date, or it needs to happen because of this reason, or my biological clock's ticking, or haven't we waited long enough, or all these frustrations coming up. But it's in divine time and it will happen at the right time. And I love that we've got the sun in this card, because this is also the way you shine and the way you lead things forward. And the fact that we've got the 2 swans together for the journey is a huge sign of divine timing, and it's destined to be. You are destined to be together. So another message with the sun, that there's going to be a positive outcome. It's also a huge sign for you to shine your light bright, and that's going to open all the doors. Because what I'm feeling with this is you're both on this staircase, or you both were on this staircase. So this is like when you met, or when you first got together, and then you went one way and your person went the other way. But at the top of the staircase, even though there's 2 doors, you're going to end up together. And I feel what I'm being shown as well is sometimes this pattern can repeat. So for example, if you've been in and out of separation, the first time you met, you kind of came together, walked up the staircase, so you had a little bit of time together, however long it was for, and then you went that way, they went that way, and then you got up to this part of the journey, went through the door, and you met up again, and he brought you out here again. He brought you at the top. Imagine you walk through those doors, and you're back here. And then you do the same thing again. You go over this, you go through a bit more of the journey together, you perhaps grow together again, and then you go your own ways again and walk through the door. Eventually you're going to stop needing to repeat that pattern, or it's going to turn into union. So what I'm feeling is, no matter where you go up your staircase, no matter where they go up their staircase, whatever it is, whatever happens in the meantime, no matter what happens along the way, it's inevitable that when you both get through these doors, you're going to come together. So I'm seeing this as a new beginning, a fresh start. You're being guided. I'm also seeing it as ascension, change. I'm seeing the red carpet for someone as well. So there could be a celebrity connection that someone's watching and your person is a celebrity. And you know that regardless of that, you're going to come together anyway. But I'm seeing this as ascension and change and a new cycle. And 22 is also a huge message about divine intervention, that no matter where you go, what you do, it's inevitable that you come together. And you're being directed back together, you're being guided, you're being shown the way. So I'm seeing this like a compass, and not surprised we got the 9, or you could see there as a 6, if you put it that way, but it's whether you see it as a 9 or a 6. What do you see it as? It's like when you look at something, do you see it as positive or negative, light or dark, good or bad? So I'm seeing the 9 as spiritual power, whereas you could see the 6 as the ego. So again, it's are you operating from your higher self right now, seeing everything as magical and powerful, which is also why you've got the inner child coming through here, because everything is happening for a reason and your journey is protected in divine timing? Or are you looking at it in a negative way where you're thinking, oh, how much time is it going to take? So it's all about how you're viewing your journey right now, how things are falling into place, manifesting, and how good you feel in your day, what vibration you're on. So I'm seeing this child here as your inner child, the inner child of the divine feminine, being guided to focus on love and joy and to remember your journey has always been protected as things shift into place. If you're seeing 1313, that's also a huge message that opportunities are flowing in. So everything is in divine timing. You're being guided back together. It's just a matter of time. Now we've got colourless angel, because sometimes you feel like your life is filled with colour and it's magical and wonderful, like you can see with the inner child with the rainbow, and sometimes you feel that way. Other times you feel life is drab and boring and colourless, and it's never that way. So first of all, you're being reminded, anytime you go into darkness or any kind of fear-based energy that knocks you down, wins you, takes the energy out of you, you have the power of prayer. You can pray, you can talk to your angels, and the angels will give you power. I'm seeing the 10 there, 10 as power. So instead of being negative, stressed out, in fear, focus on joy. And I'm seeing in the background there, I don't know if you can see that either, but I'm seeing there as a black horse. And I'm seeing that as a puka. In the fairy tarot, you've got the black horse as a puka, which means fast movement. But also we're moving into 2026, which is the year of the horse. It's only a few months. It's not even that really if you think about it. A couple of months we'll be in 2026 and then we're moving towards the year of the horse. So things are shifting. So when you catch yourself feeling negative or stressed out, remember you have a choice how you feel, because your journey is in divine timing. But if you're being annoyed, or if you're getting annoyed or frustrated with the timing of this, it's going to push it out farther, because you're not learning your lessons, you're not learning to surrender, you're not trusting, you're going into the ego and you're trying to control things. So when you let go and surrender and have faith and say, everything's going to work out beautifully, I have plenty of time, I've got all the time I need, everything is working out, there's no need for me to worry, I am supported. When you're praying to your angels, you see things through fresh eyes and everything starts to move forward and things change. So if you need to go within to illuminate, to work out what you need to do as well, because it may be that you have to walk away from your own fears. You have to walk away from your own thing, because it's not just them that need to walk away from things in their life, you do too. You may just need to move away from negative thinking or worrying about the timing of things or trying to control. You may have your own karmic cycles you need to break yourself, whether it's work related, to do with family, to do with fears, or to do with your own relationships. So it's about going within and working out what brings balance to you, and also allowing your person to go within and deal with what they need to deal, so they're not, what they need to deal with, so they're not coming to you in a negative way, or they're not messing you around, or coming back and forth. You know what you deserve in your own value, and you know that you need to have things equal. And that also came through in yesterday's reading with Lilith saying, remember your power, focus on self-love and self-care until they can show up equally for you. Especially if they need to walk away from a karmic cycle, take a mask off, and they are being illuminated to that right now, and that's why it's in divine timing. So don't get triggered or stressed out by the process, trust the process instead. So for them today, we've got guilt. I'm ashamed of myself. And they're ashamed of themselves because they may still be coming to you or showing up to you like this, back and forth, a betrayal energy. They may still be feeling guilty because they're wearing that mask. They're in a karmic cycle. They know they need to walk away first. They could still be feeling guilty because they've hurt you and let you down. They could be feeling guilt towards themselves because they haven't shown up as their true version. And they are like a flower that's blooming. So they know they've got amazing things within them that they can have more in their world. They are recognizing this because you're like that beautiful flower that's showing them their truth. Now, in this, we've got a naked lady, so I'm not going to show you the card, but it says alone in the world. So I definitely feel that they feel alone in their world right now. It doesn't matter who's around them, what they're doing, they feel alone. And they don't want you to feel alone either. So many of you won't be feeling alone. And if you do go into loneliness, you pull yourself out of it very quickly with self-love, self-care, spiritual practices, recognizing you're never alone by praying and asking for help, and then you get given the support you need. But they don't want you to feel alone, and they feel very guilty if they've made you feel alone in the world, like you're on your own in the world. And they're also dreaming about you very powerfully right now, dreaming about the connection. They're being reminded of dreams, and they're looking in the mirror saying, is this me? Is this me? So they're looking in the mirror at themselves. Is this me, this person that I am, in this connection that I'm in the situation I'm in? And they're realizing it's not me. It's the warped version of myself. It's the distorted version of myself, because they're able to dream about the future with you and experience that in a powerful way through their mind. Whether it's going into a fantasy about you, a daydream, or a dream itself, they're recognizing who they are and what they need to change. So I feel this is about their plan of escape. They're looking in the mirror, and that's why they feel guilty, because they feel like not only have they let you down and others down in their life, but they've let themselves down. And that's the most important thing. So they are allowing themselves to dream, and they are realizing they need space to process and heal. And many of them, they don't want to be alone if they are single. They don't want to be on their own anymore. They want to be in a relationship with you. And if they are with someone else, they need to be alone to process their next step. So they're pulling away. So that's why they're coming up as the Page of Wands, because they're showing you they are evolving and transforming. And there is good news on the way with that, because if they're feeling guilty, it's allowing them to look at why. If they're feeling guilty, it's something that's coming up in them. It's a wound that needs to be healed, because you're their Queen of Wands. You're the strength. Now, I love that 3 days in a row, we've got your energy coming through as the Queen of Wands, because it's your power, your light, your passion, the way you're always there in their mind, no matter what they've got going on. So this is you, like the elephant in the room that never goes away, because you're always on their mind, you're always in their thoughts, and they are always thinking about you, and they give me fear. And it's bringing fear up because you're a reflection of everything they don't want to be. Because what you do is show them who they do want to be. So you project things out to you, and that light that you're sharing out to you is hitting their darkness. And it's hitting the parts of them operating in the darkness that make them say, is this me? Who am I? And you'll recognize those parts, because at times you'll feel like that person, as much as you love them and as much as you know them, when they're operating in the darkness, they'll feel like a stranger to you, because the part of them that is dark is foreign to them and you, and it's alien to them and you, because that's not the truth of who they are at all. So you'll be repelled away from that version of them. And that's why sometimes you're like, I don't even want to be around them, because you can feel when they're operating in that darkness, and it's repelling. It's, repugnant in a way, because it makes them act crazy and like this. It makes them do things they don't really want to do and act in ways they don't want to act in. And it makes them act. So this is showing you that when they go down their own route, when they go down their road, because obviously you go on your own pathways, when they go down their road, this is when they are facing themselves, their shadows, their situations. This is when they're dreaming about you. So these are the moments when you're not in contact, or you're in separation, or you're not physically together. They're going within to process everything. And they realizing, I don't want to be alone. I don't want to feel alone. I don't want to be around people and feel alone. I want to know what's right for me. And they're being guided towards you in dreams. So this is them recognizing what they need to change. So the energy around the journey is karmic lessons. I'm learning how to love myself. So when you go your separate ways, or when you're in no contact or separation, like I've just shared, wherever that card went, when you are walking up the pathway, this way, up the stairs here, this is when you're both learning your lessons. And they may be involved in karmic situations, you may not be, as in you may be single, they may be in a relationship, but you learn through that situation how to love yourself more, that you're not alone. You learn how to focus on self-care and self-love, and we spoke about that in yesterday's reading. And they learn through the karmic lesson to love themselves more by being able to stand up for what they believe in and trust the love. And that's when you come back together. That's when you reunite, because you realise how powerful love is. Now, what I'm seeing, now you can probably see this too. Can you see how the shape of the heart is also in this staircase? So everything that happens to you happens for you, to grow you, and it's all of love. It's all connected with the heart space. So you can feel like at times you get, ripped off by the universe, they're telling me in a way. You may feel that way because you feel like, well, what's the point? I'm being ripped off by the universe because I'm not with my person. So you may feel like you're being ripped of time. And that's why it's about divine timing. That's why you're being guided to be patient and to have faith in the timing of this, because you may feel like the universe is laughing at you in a way, saying, well, no, we're being robbed of time. But everything that's happening to you is happening for your heart to grow you. It's all done with love. Everything God does, even when we don't understand his plan or we don't understand why something is happening, it's all done with love. It's all done to benefit the soul. He would not do anything to you without it having a reason, or to have benefit for you in the long run, in the long term. So when you go back to heaven, when you transition into your next life, you can say to God, I really understand. I'm so grateful I went through everything I went through. So be grateful to God for everything. And I feel you could see hearts, you could see pairs of swans, or you could see this symbol. You could see people doing this or this. It's a sign of coming back together. And we've got revenge. So let go of the need to make things better or right for the wrong reasons. So, if you're thinking, I'm going to move on, or I'm going to make him jealous, or I'm going to put something on social media, don't do those things. This is about recognizing no matter what happens, it can't break your bond. So I'm also seeing there could be someone very revengeful around them. So this could be a karmic partner that's scorned, it could be a family member, someone who doesn't like the bond that you share, or feels like you're taking them away from whomever it is. And this could be children as well. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be someone at work. So I do feel there is someone trying to affect the connection right now, and you have to shield yourself. Okay, and people can send psychic attack energy to you, negative energy to you. It doesn't mean it's going to hurt you or affect you, because nothing can hurt or affect you without your own permission. And if you're shielding yourself properly, that's better. And don't send it back to anyone. If you're thinking, oh, the karmic partner is sending me psychic attack or being negative towards me, don't send that back. Send it to heaven to be transmuted. Don't send any bad feeling their way. Send them love instead. Compassion, empathy. Give it to God. Father, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing. But I do feel there's someone very resentful towards you, because they feel like you're taking their person away, which is really your person. Everything is being manifested right now, including conflict. So if there is any conflict, it's going to be resolved. So I'm seeing this as conflict being resolved between the two of you, but also them needing to resolve things with this person. This could also be another reason why this person goes into this dark energy, because they stand up and fight for the love. And they say, this is who I am, this is what I want, this is where I want to be. I'm not saying they're going to name drop you or bring you up, but they may well be ending these karmic cycles and speaking to these karmic people, and it's going to bring pain up within the karmic people, and they are going to send that energy out somewhere, and it's very likely it's going to end up to you. It's going to come to you. Even if they don't know about you, it's energy. You send negative energy out, it's going to find where it's going. So you must shield yourself and focus on peace, because your manifestation of this love and their manifestation of this love is coming together regardless of the outside conflict. These are things being resolved. So the swans are a sign of coming together because swans mate for life. And you were meant to mate for life. You've come together, but there is lessons along the way. So if I could just show you one card in this reading, it would be the card of the staircase, which is so beautiful when I'm connecting with this, because they're showing me that you keep going around certain things, doing certain things, like maybe you've come back together. Like on my own journey, for example, I've had 3 big times of coming back together with my twin over a period of 28 years. And each time we go back up the staircase, learn our own lessons, walk through the door and come back to here. And then we have another chance to make it right. And if we don't learn the lessons, if there's still more to learn, we have to go our own ways again. And you'll think about your own journey. So think about your own journey and how many times you've perhaps been in separation, or when you've perhaps gone into no contact, and it will be because you're learning lessons. So you have to go up the staircase, but it's inevitable that you'll come back together. Okay, one day when you go through these doors and you end up back here, you don't need to go your separate paths again, because you're going to end up in union for good. And that's the message, and that's the lesson, and that's why we have to keep going through these lessons, because that's what God wants. Because when you come together as a swan, you are in your grace and your beauty and your light. So everything you've needed to heal before union is healed enough to be in union, and that's why your journey is in divine timing. So of course they're feeling guilty because there's someone around them, or someone is feeling hurt by them, by their choices and decisions, but they still know they have to choose themselves. And this person, it's part of their lessons too, their growth, their karmic lesson, to be able to heal themselves and be free. So things are going to be freed up. This is also why they are in their hermit energy, because they're working out what path to take. So the hermit, in a way, again, if you can see this pathway, this is their pathway. This is your pathway. So you're both doing your own thinking right now, because you're about to walk back through these doors to come back together to work out what the next step is. And it's the lessons you've learned and the way you are and the way you see things that will determine whether you move into union, or if you have to go back into a period or a cycle of no contact or separation to learn what you need to learn. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.